So which one of these water boilers is going to be the one for you? Let's go through them in a little bit of detail and go through. I think the first dramatic difference is you're going to see the height difference. And this one's going to be a 5.3 liter, and this one's only going to be a 3 liter. So this is the one that I actually use in my RV, and it's way more compact. It's a little bit easier to, store and stuff like that. This is the one that I usually use when I have a party or something. We're going to go through some other functions of why this makes the better party unit and this makes the better everyday unit, but let's go ahead and go through some of its features. Up at the top, we've got 2 dispense options. Obviously, it locks itself out after a little bit of time. That way you can't accidentally dispense, but if you press the unlock button, it'll go to a slow, and usually automatically it's the regular dispense. We've got 4 different temperature settings here. We've also got a timer that will automatically set it off, and we've got a reboil. I think another big difference is going to be the power. So it's easy to pull this power cable in and out because it's got this little magnet, and then it just goes right back in really nice and fast, where this is like that stab style, like you would see with a lot of other appliances. It's not hard, it's not as convenient. I think the other big difference is the lid comes off on this one, and why that's important, you just press the button there, lid comes off, is you can see where it says empty from here and it's got the little cutout. That cutout makes a huge difference. Like if you're pouring something in, I utilize this all the time, not only cleaning it, but also when I've got the hot water and I'm going to blanch like broccoli or green beans or something like that. It's easier just to pour all of that water in instead of having to sit here and wait for the slower dispense. And then I just take it over to the sink, refill it, and then put it back and go to town. Now, with that said, there are some really cool dispense options with this one. The first option is there's a button underneath. So this button right here is going to be a dispense. We've got our unlock button up here, and then we've also got a dispense button here. So that's a nice way to get it out. But if you do not have power, neither one of these buttons is going to work. And what you're end up going to use is unlock this right here. This is locked in place, is now unlocked. If you don't have power, you can start pushing this down, and that's going to create pressure inside that will allow the water to come out without having to have a power source in order to get the water out. So once you get it heated up and you take it over to that area, it's an insulated container, and it's going to hold the heat for a long period of time. And it's nice that you don't have to have a power source, especially if either one, there's no power source, or two, maybe you're utilizing it for a hot plate or something else and there's just not enough space. That's really nice for that. So this usually is my everyday unit. This is the smaller one I actually use in my RV. I do have a bigger one of these for the main house. But this is the one that I end up using for parties and stuff like that. You wouldn't believe how much I actually use hot water, and I never thought that I would ever need one of these. This is one of those appliances that I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have, but it's whatever. And then I had one, and now I can't live without it. I utilize it for making dog food, getting their kibble a little bit softer, and then I put some ice in after it sits for like 10 minutes. I make hot tea. Like I said earlier, I did the blanching vegetables. I even pop this open sometimes, press reboil, and get some of the steam that comes up if I'm not feeling amazing, and kind of steam my face a little bit. There's so many different things that I end up using this for. Even getting hot water to clean is something I use this for. So which one's for you? That's really up to you, and depending on your purpose, you could utilize this as your everyday, no problem. And this is going to be that budget option. Or maybe you want the little bit fancier with where you can change the temperatures and stuff like that. Maybe that's your option. Either one is good. Oh, something else I forgot to show is they both have this little spinny thing on the bottom. So if you are, you got it on your countertop, they spin nice and free. Both are great options.